So let's have a little fun today. Viltrox 16mm f1.8, the Nikon 20mm f1.8, the 24mm f1.8, the 26mm f2.8, and the 28mm f2.8 versus, let me, from the zoom from 17 to 28, I'm using this lens. Let me back up a little bit. So what do you think? 1728 zoom against these 5 primes. Well worth it? Like a small photo slideshow of with the Nikon ZR with the 17 to 28 zoom lens, which is an f2.8 against 5 primes. I got the 16mm Viltrox. I have, which is 1.8. I have the Nikon 24 millimeters at 1.8. They're both S lenses. And then I have the Nikon Z 26 millimeter and 28 millimeter, which are the f2.8, which match the zoom. So we're going to compare pictures to see, is it worth carrying a whole bunch of primes for, let's say, a focal length, or can a zoom take care of all of that? That's what this series is on. I did a little bit last night where I was trying to compare the 28 to 400, which is an f4, f8, to the 24 to 70. And you really can't tell a difference if the lighting situation is excellent. If it's dark, it's a different story. But this time it's the 17 to 28 f2.8, which is a great lens compared to these 5 primes. So let's take a look at these pictures right here. I'll move. So here you see my cat at 28 millimeters. Now he's at 17. I am doing Scooby-Doo. See, 28 millimeters, 17. Some of the play animals, Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, a monkey that I had long time ago, and then a Yorkie that my wife picked up. So that was 17 millimeters, this is 28. There's 2 bikes at 28 millimeters. Here's my cat, different position. But look, this is an f2.8 lens. Look how great it is. And then I went around with the TV, computer, and you can see the blinds on the glass. Now, the Samsung Frame Pro, it's a mini LED, but it has a mesh anti-glare screen, okay? You won't see any reflection on the TV screen. You will see little dots in the dark room where it looks like you're looking through a screen door, okay? But just to show you, over here on the computer glass, you can see the blinds in my window. So it's affecting this computer, but not the TV. I want to point that out also. And then, that was 28. This is 17 millimeters. So even if these are at f2.8, it's darker here at f2.8. But then if I come back here, everything is brighter because it's taken the full exposure. So now, last few shots with the zoom. And I went from 17 to 20, 24, 26, 28. Now, take a look at this. You can see the blinds on the right with the computer on the left-hand side. You don't see any glaring on the TV, do you? So this is the 20mm prime. So I'm going through these real quick. See what I'm doing? This is 24. This is 26. And reason why it's larger, because I have it on a landscape mode here. This is the portrait mode. So it looks farther, okay? I wanted to show you that. That's how you can trick people if it's a zoom lens or not. So this is portrait mode. You get a wider field of view, but it looks bigger. But when you do a portrait, which is instead of 16 by 9 by 9 by 16, it looks smaller, doesn't it? And it's darker, even if it's at the 1.8. You see, different shots of the cat. I think it's 26 or 28. I can't remember. You get a pretty good picture. So you can see where it's sharp on the upper flower, and then it kind of becomes blurry as it goes away from that flower. So what do you think? I'll give you my conclusion now. And there you have it. So this is the 17 to 20 that I started with. 16, 20, 24, 26, and this is a 28mm. So what do you think? Is it well worth it to use primes or compare to a zoom, which is an f2.8? Two of these lenses were 2.8. The rest were 1.8 on the primes. So you tell me in the comments down below, does it really matter? It might if you're indoors and at nighttime. But during the day, if you don't want pictures too bright, you gotta, stop down and stuff. But anyway, this is my take on it. Just something to decide. There's nothing wrong bringing a zoom with primes. Just mix and match. See what works best. Thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I will see you next time. Bye, folks. Have a wonderful day.